been?
I was shopping.
You've been out with Reuben, haven't you?
It's all over your face.
Business? Are you recording this?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't think no place of business with this kind of presentation and quality should do anybody. We have amendments here. We have rights in America, and I think every damn need should be met. So get her done, Sidebar, or get out of town.
I'm out here to support all my friends who are still owed money. They've been working really hard for this place, and they really deserve to have their money. You know, it's been weeks that they haven't been paid, and you can't work at a place where you're not paid. You know, they have rent to pay, they have bills to pay, they have food to buy. They can't pay their bills, they can't buy their food, and that's insane.
Why they're still working here? Or?
Most of them have quit, as far as I know. I think there are a handful of people that are still working here, but I haven't spoken to them. But most of the people, all of my friends that I know, they've already quit because they can't. I mean, you can't work at a place and not get paid.
Did you have problems with pay when you worked? You said you worked here before. Was that an issue when you worked here?
Yes, I worked here before. I've had checks bounced, but I've never not been paid. It's been several months.
Okay.
So I'm just a former employee.
Anything else you'd like to say about the protest today?
I just want my friends to get paid, you know. Everyone's struggling. This is a really hard economy. So they deserve their money. And yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're out here today at this because of protesting employees who said they're not being paid at Sidebar. We received some complaints from just sources close to the restaurant, I'll put it that way. We promised them anonymity.
Right.
Actually several of them, and it seems to be, it's gone from private to public. What brought you out here to the point where you want to come out on the street and sign and protest?
I quit Sidebar about a month ago. I worked here for over a year, probably a year and 4 months. Towards the end, I had 7 paychecks bounce. All of those have been paid in full, mostly out of the drawer in cash. I didn't personally take it. I was given it. So I'm currently not owed any money, but I have friends that still are, and a lot of them are worried about coming out here to protest because they are afraid they won't get their money. But I want people to know about it and know that the money that they're giving to this place isn't going to its employees. They aren't being paid. So I'm just trying to raise awareness that this is a business that I believe should be shut down so that a better business can replace it, and so that we can all have jobs where we can get paid appropriately and on time. There was a paycheck that should have come out this Monday that I believe once this started today is when they decided to pay those people, but all banks in the area have a 2-week hold fee hold period on checks from this business because so many have bounced. There's a person who took it to their bank, Chase Bank, and verified that there were not enough funds in the account to cover her check. So that's why so many checks keep bouncing. It's an issue of timing, and I'm not really sure why Sidebar doesn't have money in their account at the time they need to, because it has been a very successful business as far as we have people in here. It's usually packed.
I've never been in here when it's empty.
Yeah, I haven't either, except where I worked in the coffee shop.
Okay.
But the people that are working right now are mostly just working for tips, trying to pay their rent, and are likely not going to get their paychecks, or if they do, it will be much later than they expected.
Okay. So. Anything else you'd like to say? I thank you for your time.
Essentially, this is something that's been the culmination of several weeks, months of bounced paychecks. I would say that most employees, if not all employees at Sidebar within the last year have experienced a bounced paycheck. That's approximate. Today, basically it started by people just being kind of fed up, and a lot of employees are still owed a lot of money. There are people that are owed as much as $1,800, and basically those people feel unable to participate in the demonstration down there simply because they feel like, well, if I do that, I'm never going to see my money. So the people that you see down there on the corner right now are friends, former coworkers, people that don't stand to lose as much, and so there isn't this, there's no deterrent for those people to go down and demonstrate. Right. Exactly.
Have you guys got any response from the sidebar from this?
There was legal action threatened if we were to demonstrate. I probably shouldn't go into any more detail on that other than to say that there were apparently potential legal consequences if we were to do this. We believed that was, there was no basis for that. And so we chose to demonstrate out of principle. Essentially, the channel, I think it was ABC, interviewed the owner, Brian Higgins, and he told them that apparently, and I haven't seen the interview, but what I've heard is that he said that all employees were paid, no one was owed any money, and that all the people down there hadn't worked at Sidebar in over a year, which is not true. I was demonstrating and I worked at Sidebar 3 weeks ago. And several people down there had been employed by Sidebar within the last month, 2 months. So that was just outright false, but that was the comment that he gave. That's the only response we've been given formally.
Have you guys, we've been told by people, sources inside the restaurant, the same information recently. Do you know the people that you're close to inside the restaurant, whether or not they have been paid up as he claims?
I know personally that there are employees on the clock at Sidebar right now that are owed money. As far as how much and who those people are, I shouldn't say. But yeah, there are people, as far as I know, on the clock as we speak that are owed money. And even if they weren't owed money, the people that are on the clock right now have experienced bounced paychecks. And the response that we've been receiving out here has been generally very positive and supportive. A couple of people had negative things to say, but in response to that, we basically said, well, this is the culmination of months. It wasn't as if one paycheck bounced and suddenly everybody took to the streets and was in an uproar. You're talking about a staff of people, a large staff of people, dozens of people, who tolerated bounced paychecks for weeks and weeks and weeks and months. I started at Sidebar about 1.5 years ago. My first paycheck bounced. So, this is not something that just happened out of the blue and then suddenly everybody's in a hissy fit about it. We were very, very patient with them and showed a lot of loyalty and a lot of respect for the restaurant. And everybody showed up and did a good job every single night. And that's how we were rewarded for that, bounced paychecks. Essentially that if there are any restaurant owners watching, you've got an influx of fantastic people that are really experienced and really honest and hardworking people that are currently seeking jobs because of this. And so if you were to see someone apply with Sidebar on their resume, you can probably guarantee that they're a great person, and that's the truth. It's a family down there, and for the 1.5 years that I was there, there was a very, very tight-knit community, and I've worked in many, many restaurants, and that was the first one I ever worked in where there was that kind of camaraderie amongst the staff. So.
Thanks so much for your time.
You know I pulled you over? Because you're a Reuben.